Thank you for joining me today. I thought it'd be fun we take a good look at Transformers Generations Thrilling 30s Minicon Assault Team. So let's bring this up closer, and I'm going to say I love the packaging here because it almost gives you a clear look of the figure itself, and I can't wait to open this guy up. I can't believe this still comes with a comic book. That's awesome. On the back side of here, the packaging shows you the stats of each character, or should I say what it combines into, Sentrytron, and the 3 different vehicles that it makes up. So, let's get these Minicon Assault Team out of packaging. Alright, here we go. The old-fashioned way. There we go. And let's just take this comic right out. Okay. And let's finish continuing of opening this all up. Yay! And you know what we say? Goodbye, cardboard. And let's get this all out. Goodbye. Oh! Hello, instructions. Goodbye, instructions. Goodbye, plastic. And here we have the Minicon Assault Team. So let's free them from packaging. And here we have the Minicon Assault Team in their combined mold, which is Sentrytron. And I think this is interesting combined mode. We have a helicopter, a jet, and a tank that combines into one. That is pretty awesome. Now let's take a look around here, and not too much of kibble on the back side, but holding together is pretty interesting itself. Articulation. Let's see. You can not rotate the head whatsoever. You can rotate the arms kind of 360. You just have the back wing here in the way. But you do have movement in the arms, which is really nice. You can bring the arms that far out. There is no bicep swivel, but there is an elbow joint. There is no wrist articulation. Let's see, there is no waist articulation. With the legs, if you move this out of the way, you can bring the legs that far back. You can also bring the legs that far up. You do have a bend at the knee, not a lot. And the only type of ankle articulation are in the feet, but that's just due to transformation. So, yes, Sentrytron here actually has a limited posability, but I feel like whatever you can get him in will be an awesome pose. And let's not forget about the combined weapon, which each one actually comes with their own individual weapon, which combines into a weapon for Sentrytron here, so we can actually just plug that right into his hand. There we go. And there we go. And now he's more threatening, and he'll take down any enemy that's in his way. To disassemble Sentrytron, we actually want to start here with the combined weapon. Remove it. And we also want to separate each piece. And there we go. And we just want to place these all off to the side. And now what we want to do, start with the top here, but we want to come here to the back first, and we want to detach the tail of the helicopter, and we just want to bring this up. And what we want to do carefully is lift this up all the way, because it's actually on a peg on the back here, and I've been noticing that this cockpit piece doesn't want to stay, so we're just going to get that back on. But let's get into its helicopter mode, and we just want to get these arms out of the way, and we just want to lift up on this and fold that head in, collapse, and now we want to fold these arms back, fold back on the cockpit, and we want to bring these legs, and now there is a tab and slot that we actually want to get that over and get that one over and bring down on the tail, and we just want to separate the propellers, the blades to the propellers, and now we have wind shear fully transformed into its helicopter mode. And let's continue, and we're going to be working on runway. So let's detach runway. There we go. All right. And what we actually want to do is bring the cockpit back all the way. Get this arms out of the way, and we want to push this all the way back. Oh no, we want to keep the leg attached. There we go. And we want to keep the arm attached too. Everything's falling apart. And get this bent over, and we want to bring those pieces together. There we go. And now what you want to do is get this pushed back and this pushed back, because there is a groove right here that we want to make sure that when we fold this actually goes into that groove. And do the same thing here on the other side. There we go. And now there's tabs here on the side, and the arms will just tab there onto the side. And let's get parts of his weapon, and these are his thrusters, and we're just going to detach that. And now we have runway fully transformed into his jet mode. And now for heavy tread, and what we want to do here, we want to bring everything together. Come here to the feet, and we want to bring the foot and the heel together, just like that. And we want to bring these treads all the way back, and bring that all the way back. And the weapon that he comes with, let's bring this in. He has his hands, and we have these pegs. So we just need to get that in. And there we go. And now we have heavy tread fully transformed into his tank mode. And here we have the Minicon assault teams all in their vehicle modes. And I want to be super careful with wind shear here, because apparently the cockpit likes to keep detection. And it's really fragile, and I'm really sad and disappointed in that. But I do like the helicopter mode. I just wish it would be able to stay together. But this actually has the Minicon symbol right there, which is really nice. I like that. And everything here is just really small and compact, which I can understand, because they're going for 3 modes here. And please stay on. There you go. So we're just going to place this down. And here we have runaway. This is a really cool jet mode. I like that a lot. And that too also has the Minicon symbol right there on the wing. And for heavy tread, there we go, the other Minicon symbol that we have there as well. And it doesn't rotate whatsoever, has a little bit of up and down movement, but that's all you get from the turret itself. But this actually does roll, so that is nice when it actually wants to, but we actually have wheels here on the bottom and up there as well. To transform the Minicon assault team, we're going to start with wind shear right here, and we're going to detach the minigun that we have, and we're going to bring these arms out. There we go. And we want to, there we go, stay, and bring that tail back. Bring these legs down. Going all the way down. And let's see if we can just bring the cockpit and just bring it down. Let's see if that will stay into place. Woohoo! Staying into place. That's awesome. And let's not forget about the minigun that we can actually attach right here on the side on the arm. And now we have wind shear fully transformed into its robot mode. There we go. And let's get to runaway. So, to transform Runaway, we're going to have to attach this. And we're just going to bring these legs down. Oop, not yet. Legs down. And bring out the feet or toes. Now bring the cockpit. That will snap into place. And let's get his weapon that he can actually wield here onto the side as well. No, arm stay, please, yes. And now we have Runaway fully transformed into his robot mode. There we go. And now for Heavy Tread. So to transform him, we're just going to have to detach here at this weapon. Come on, there we go. Move that off to the side. Take these treads, flip them down, and flip this one down as well. There we go. Bring out the feet and heel. Bring these out to the side, and this should just stay together. And he can hold his weapon right there. And now there we go. Now we have Heavy Tread fully transformed into his robot mode. And there we go. And now we have the Minicon Assault Team fully transformed into their robot modes. Alright, let's take a closer look at Windshear here. And let's take a closer look at that head sculpt. And that is pretty interesting. I can't really see much of detail, but I just see a gray face. That's about it. Yellow cockpit and some yellow here on the foot. Let's see. Articulation. There is no articulation for the head. The arms, let's see, if we collapse these blades, you can rotate. Oh no. You can rotate the arms 360. You can bring them out that far. There is no waist articulation. You can bring the legs that far back. You can bring the legs that high up. Well, actually, could you? Because the cockpit just fell off. See if we got that back on. How high can you get? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can get the legs that high. And there is no thigh swivel and no ankle articulation. So you are very much limited posability for Windshear. And let's take a look at Runaway here. And let's take a closer look at that head sculpt. And this is a little better. It looks like I can see there's a bit of a mouth, but the face still kind of looks gray to me. I do like the yellow that we have here and the yellow that we have in the back. Just green and black from there. But his articulation, he has no head movement. He can rotate his arms kind of 360, but he has his wings in the way. You can bring the arms that far out. There is no elbow joint, no bicep swivel, no wrist articulation, no waist articulation. You can bring back the legs that far back. You can bring the legs that high up. You have a bend at the knee. No thigh swivel and no ankle articulation. So you do have limited posability when it comes here with Runaway. And let's take a look here at Heavy Tread here himself. And we're just going to get his weapon there out of the way so we can take a closer look at his head sculpt. And I think his head sculpt is the most interesting one out of all of them, because I think he has like a different eye for each side, which is really interesting. And the black and the gray in there kind of helps making out there's more of a face there, which I really like. We do have some yellow there, and some yellow back here, and then just green and black. He has no head articulation. The arms you can rotate 360. The arms you can get that far out. There is no bicep swivel. There is no elbow joint. There is no wrist articulation. There is no waist swivel. You can get the legs to come back that far. You can get the legs to come up that high. There is no knee articulation and no wrist articulation and no thigh swivel. So there seems to be like no posability when it comes to heavy tread, but just only in the arms itself. So let's get his gun back here, and let's just put him back with his assault team. To transform the Minicon assault team back into Sentrytron, we're actually going to start with the weapons. So we're going to start off with the cannon here, and then we're going to start off with the Gatling gun, and we're just going to attach it right here onto the top. And then here with the jet thrusters, there is actually a spot down here for the peg. And honestly, with this, you can go either way. You can get away with this, or if you want to flip it upside down, you can get something like that. But now we're just going to place this off to the side. We want to start here with heavy tread, and we just want to take these arms, push these back, and then get those legs pried open. And now he will now be the base for Sentrytron. And now with Runaway, what we want to do, it's kind of open here, and now we want to bring this whole section out, and now we want to get this into these grooves right there. So let's get that into that groove, and now we have a tab and a slot. Get that shoulders right in there, and here with the arms, you just want to flip this all the way back. And let's do the same thing here on the other side. Bring this out. Get it right there in the grooves. There we go. And tab and slot if that wants to stay. And we're going to keep these arms out and bring the cockpit up. And now what we want to do is take the head and place it into the spot right here. And that will snap into place. So we almost have Sentrytron almost complete. So let's get wind shear here. And what we want to do is start open this part and bring out the head. There we go. And fold this back up. Get this, place it back if it hasn't already fallen off. And now here with the arms, there's actually tabs right up here. So you just want to take this and tab it all the way up by the blades. And that will snap into place. And same thing here on the other side. And there we go. And now with the legs, we want to fold them up just like that. And get the same thing here on the other side. Now, please just stay. There we go. And now bring down the tail more. There we go. And now what we want to do, come on, please stay. There is a spot here for this peg, and there is a spot here for the nose cone. So what we want to do is get everything lined up. No, stay, please. No cone. Okay, that will snap into place. And now we have, oh, let's get this part up. So now we have Sentrytron fully transformed into its combined mode. My final thoughts on the Minicon Assault Team. This is an interesting concept. It really is. I do like the green and black, the military look. It really sticks out. The combined mode, I think, is okay when you have everything into place. Nothing is really out of place until, to me, once you have the Minicons in their own individual mode, I feel like wind shear is doesn't hold up well as the others. But I do have to say, this is a fun concept of taking 3 mini-cons and just making them one deluxe figure. The mini-con assault team here, I do not see to be shelf-worthy. Well, with that said, I just have to thank you all for watching. If you could just do me a favor and just hit the like and subscribe button down below, let me know in the comments if you find them to be shelf-worthy. And until next time, you'll be hearing me in the next video. Everybody have a great day!